welcome to a half hour to health. I'm going to talk about 3 important topics today. The first is, what is health? We all have ideas of what health is, and what I hope to get you to do is to question where those ideas have originated from. Are they your beliefs and your ideas, or are they ideas that have come from a different source of your life through experiences? The second is, how does my body work? And although we think it's magical, our body works properly or improperly due to one master control system. And the third topic is, what is a subluxation? A subluxation is a chiropractic term, and what I'd hope to get you to do is to understand how it can negatively affect your well-being. So let's get started. When I'm in schools or in colleges or in the community educating people on what is health, I ask the simple question to define what health is. And health for many people is about symptoms. If I feel good, I'm healthy. If I have an owie or an ache, I must not be healthy. I must be sick. And really what I want to do is educate you on our symptoms are actually there for a reason. They're there to motivate us to take action, because pain is a great motivator. And they're also there for us to check in to see what our health pie looks like. I believe health is somewhat of a pie-shaped unit. There's many different pieces to the pie. We have our nutrition, that's a piece of pie. We have nutrition, we have our sleep habits, we have our relationships in our life, both good and bad. We have exercise, that's a huge piece of it, and then we also have our habits around taking care of our body through our nervous system. So if something is out of sorts, then I would go ahead and check in with yourself and your body and see what part of the health pie needs a little work. So defining health is not really the definitional way to define health, is being of sound body, mind, and spirit. It does not have to do with symptoms. So I want you to put the symptoms on hold for a minute and think about your health pie in the next few minutes and what you could do to make your health greater. So let's talk about a few symptoms that sometimes I know I see at the office quite a bit. I take care of a lot of children in my office because I have a wellness-based practice. So one would be vomiting. Vomiting is, if you think about vomiting, I know it's not a pleasant topic, but it is the quickest, most effective way to rid your body of something that you've come in contact with. So it's a very efficient system of the body. You get it up and out quickly because the body wants to become healthy again. Children are very good at this. They can go on with their day, but the vomiting is there to go ahead and get action and get whatever's in their body, poisoning their system, out as quickly as fast as possible. The second thing is a fever. Normal body temperature is 98.6. And so what I hope to get you to do is to understand that temperatures are there for a reason. They're there because the body is boiling up, trying to kill off a bacteria or a virus that either an adult or a child has come in contact with. So it's very common to brew up to 101, 102 degrees to go ahead and kill off that virus or bacteria in the body. It's not a pleasant experience when people are having a fever, but it's a very, very important part of overall health within the body. So the body knows how to heal it. And then coughing and sneezing are common day-to-day things that we see pretty regularly, especially with children. And again, that's a fast, effective way to rid our body of germs that we've come in contact with. So again, it's not really pleasant to see little Johnny at the office with a runny nose or sneezing or coughing. But again, it's a fast, effective way to get rid of proteins and old cells that the body needs to detox so it can make room for a healthier immune system. So again, those are not very pleasant experiences, but how we feel is a poor indicator of how healthy or unhealthy we are. And then, unfortunately, in our society today, traditional health care has taught us that there's a pill for everything out there, everything under the sun. And so you can make really a choice. This body that you were given, this God-given body, is a self-healing mechanism. And sometimes we just have to allow it a little bit of time to heal. But in our fast-paced society, we don't like to wait for our dry cleaning, never mind our body to heal. So Sometimes you cover up underlying and sicknesses by treating just the symptom and not addressing the underlying cause of the symptom, which is there for a reason. So, if I was going to, a few people in my practice have gone to, they work in big insurance companies, and so as part of their annual requirement, they might have to go for a physical of some kind. And they think, well, what's the big deal? I feel good, I look good, I don't have any symptoms. But they go in, and they have their blood drawn, and they have a physical exam, and weighed and measured, and then they go home. And a couple of days later, they get a phone call to come back in, and the blood work revealed, or the test revealed, some kind of cancer. And they think, well, how can that be? I have no signs, I have no symptoms, and I have no pain, no problem, because that's what they were programmed to believe. But again, inside their body, something different was playing in there, and something was building and building and building without the signs or symptoms. Traditional healthcare does not appreciate it when we ask the question, why? And that's what I hope to get across this whole time that I'm speaking with you today, is that I just want you to become consumers of health, because it is a consumer-driven thing that we need to be a part of. But also I want you to ask the question why when something's going on in the body. So in my office, we'll have someone come in with migraine headaches. And traditionally the mode of treating a migraine is to take a pill so that you can go about your business. And you think, well, what's the big deal? It will get rid of my headache. But again, ask the question why and look at some of your habits. Because migraines are really, really debilitating to a lot of people, and it takes a lot of work to create a migraine. Many systems in the body need to ramp up to create that kind of a physiological response. So taking a pill to just mask the migraine isn't going to get rid of the cause of the migraine. But taking some steps like maybe hydrating, pre and post activities, sports activities. Sometimes if you just get up a few minutes earlier and start your day with a plan, an action plan for your day, and get rid of some of the stress in your life, that would be good. There are some foods that are catalysts to migraines. For some people, putting a banana in on an empty stomach, for instance, is a potassium load in the body, and that can trigger a migraine. Or maybe some chocolate or alcohol. There's many things that can be catalysts for migraines. So being able to pinpoint those catalysts and eliminate them from what you consume can also be helpful ways of eliminating the migraine headaches. And then another thing that, high blood pressure is another one that I'd like to talk about. And traditionally in this society today, people want their blood pressure down. That's the key. Most people run with high blood pressure. So they want to be able to go and get the blood pressure reading on the cuff and make sure it's normal. And so they think, well, what's the big deal? As long as my blood pressure is normal. Well, taking a pill to create normal blood pressure is not a great idea, in my opinion, because that pill over time can really, really be toxic to the kidneys. So ask the question why. Why is my body creating this kind of a mechanism of a high blood pressure? Again, there's some steps to take that are basic steps. Exercise is a big component of high blood pressure. And again, what we consume on a daily basis as far as nutritional components of our life, and our thoughts and our stress can also play havoc on our blood pressure. So those are things that I would start with. And then a muscle spasm. Let's talk about that for a minute. Traditionally in our society, if you have, let's say a spasm here on the back, on your low back, and there's pain associated with it, and it's gripping you, and you think, well, I'll just take some muscle relaxants to get rid of the pain. What's the big deal? That muscle spasm is there for a reason. It's to catch your attention. So if you take a pill to alleviate a muscle spasm here in the back, it doesn't just go to the lower back. It goes to every muscle of the body. And your heart's a muscle. So all of a sudden, the communication between the heart and the brain is altered because you've changed your physiological response of the body. And then the last one I'd like to talk about as far as symptoms goes is malfunctioning gallbladder. Typically the mode of treating a gallbladder that's malfunctioning or short-circuiting is similar to that of a tonsils or appendix, and that's typically we take them out. We remove the organ tissue. And again, ask the question why. Why is my gallbladder short-circuiting? The gallbladder's job, part of the job is to break down fats. So if you remove the organ that breaks down fats, And then you continue to have like Burger King for breakfast and some kind of processed food for lunch, or Pizza Hut or something like that, and then not a whole day's dinner as well. The body is going in, it's short-circuiting, giving you a sign that something's wrong. So start with your health habits first and eliminating some of the processed fatty foods that you eat, and your gallbladder will be a lot happier. So let's talk about, because the second thing I said I was going to talk about is how does my body actually work? Now, optimal health is how well your body works physically, mentally, and spiritually, which brings me to the next topic. How does the body work? And before I talk about how the body works, I'm going to go out a little bit and talk about it on a universal level. In our universe, we have one sun, one moon, and 9 planets that I know of anyway, unless we've discovered more.